Good evening. Thanks for coming back to Rome Total War 2, chaps. I'm back from the Wood Fair. Well, in fact, I came back yesterday. It was a very late night last night. I went to a beer festival as well, so you can probably tell that in the voice. I've now fully recovered, but it has taken me till the evening of Sunday to do so. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on these guys over here. Well, I'm keeping an eye on them. I don't know what on earth they are, but that is more than likely to be my next target. They've put a ship out here as well into the bay that I hope to control. And if you remember, this is all an area that I wanted to cut off by holding this area across here, which is one area I've moved into just here, and then I can consolidate the rest. The only problem with this, of course, is that I can't get better quality troops in there, so okay, I'll take what I can get. Now, having done that, what I want to do is get some armies and some ships going that way. Can I spare him? I think I can, you know. If I take this area, I think I can spare this one, but before I do that, let's have a look over here and see what we can do with this guy. Now, I'm expecting this area all to be safe for reasons you can see yourself from previous videos. Over from here, run them in while we're still at peace with these guys. Over to, say, here. I'm not at all concerned about him because I'm going to have two armies over here, so I'm expecting to be quite strong, even though he can ambush me. If you can ambush at sea, not sure about that, but I think you can, or the equivalent, can't you? So right, we'll get these guys out of here as well. And I want them to run over to here. Oh, they can go ahead. Right, okay, so you can come perhaps to here then. The risk, of course, is that any troops that are here will make their way over to here. I'm not sure. I think he can get across there, can't he? So I'm not sure. I might have to move some troops back afterwards to defend that place. You know, what's he doing? Yeah, he's moving. Ah, good. Well, maybe I can move him now, so I can go and have a look and see what's there. Because he might already. In fact, I should have done this before I moved my troops, shouldn't I? So I could see what's there. Well, there's nothing there. So there's nothing within normal movement, which means there's nothing that can attack me in that turn. He'd have to do a run, in which, of course, he wouldn't be able to actually hit me at the same time. You might think, well, he could have faster movement, but it's not going to be that much faster. I can see all this area here by the look of it. So, and of course, I've got the road. Well, I suppose somebody could come in from that side, but I'm going to risk that. I think it's worth it. Okay, and then these ships over here. They're decent ships. The idea is that they're going to take these guys on if necessary. I don't think, to be honest with you, it's really going to be necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, not take them on yet, but move into a position where we can take them on. Okay, we can go all the way to there. I'm hoping that I can join them up perhaps with these here as well, because these are safe now. The Bithynians can't do anything to them now. That's all over. That threat is all gone. They are reduced in their movement though, by the look of it. They can't go very far, so let's see if I can speed those up a bit. I can still get the faster movement in there. I think these are the ones that went out to get the Bithynians this turn, weren't they? Right, now they can get that far. And okay. And they... Why can't I click on them? Come on, right, they can get that far. And they can get that far. Okay, I think then I'll move these to here. Right, and then these here. Yep. Oh, right, okay. I was going to say they can get behind them, but they can get almost level with them, really, can't they? So, yeah, I'm wondering if they go to there, would they get the same support? I'm just wondering if they have to go in there, they might need a little bit more movement. But no, I'm going to risk it. I'll move them up to there and keep those two together. I think he's still got a little bit of movement left, hasn't he? He has. Okay, and him might make a difference, you see, that little bit of extra movement they've got. He hasn't, has he? No. No more left. Okay, well, let's get rid of that one. Whoops, hang on. That's it. Yeah, just pressing the backspace key there to stop them moving any further forward. Don't want to move any further forward than I need them to, so than I need them to at the moment. Actually, it looks like we are. Oh, we're in the middle of the sea. So yeah, we're not close to the coast, are we? So we're losing men. But having said that, so's he, and he might have been losing them for more than us. But these seem okay. So maybe they're close enough to the coast. Well, they will be. Okay, good. Well, it's not good, but it's going to be good enough. I'm going to accept that. These guys here, they're going to be the ones that are the sort of keeper of this area here, I think. That looks like a really nice area to man, doesn't it? Ah, look, they're actually armies on ships. So maybe I need to keep him there then, don't I, really? Yeah, it'd be interesting how far they could come forward and still get the support of the town, wouldn't it? Maybe if I move the ships up to there, they'd still be reinforced from here and they could block that area. I very much doubt it though. They can't get very far, can they? This is where we need a port here, isn't it? But okay, can't have one, so not going to worry about that. Right, now provinces. In the provinces, oh no, hang on, there was something else I wanted to do. I think that, do you remember on the last video I said, well, I'd hit these guys up here with poison wells or whatever, and I didn't want them to get past me here, and that I was going to bring up troops from here to join them, and then we could start to nudge forward. Now I don't really want to edge too far forward here because we're just below Italy, or Rome as you call it, and I don't want them to be in a position to want to have a go at me as well. So what I'm going to do is have a go at one of these groups here. I'm not sure which one actually. Do I go the big one or the little one? They're both very much the same, by the way. Javelin men and spearmen. It would have been so nice to have had some what do you call them? I never know what to call them in this period. Artillery I'm going to go for anyway. It would have been nice to have had some artillery to deal with them, but haven't got them, so there you go. Large units, but they are reducing. I was thinking before about letting them dwindle, but I don't want to do that anymore. What I want to do is get these moving forwards, because I think they're just wasted there. I know there are only 13 in there, but I think I want to risk moving forwards into this area. He seems to have all his troops up there from some basic counting I've been doing between videos, so I'm going to move these forward here as far as I can get them, so that I can then go in and take this place when the time comes. There, perhaps for now. Okay, I suspected as much. There's nothing there at all, is there? I didn't think there would be. But it is walled, and he will have a garrison in there. I'm expecting really just to really just to encircle this place. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away with it. 320, 320, 840. I think I've now got the technology which speeds up his attrition during a siege, and reduces my losses during a siege as well. So I might get. Oh yeah, might be an idea. I wonder to get some of that. I don't need them yet anyway, so I can get horsemen, Numidian cavalry. They're not super. Like I said, he is walled, so it's going to be a case of getting up on there with a swordsman, isn't it? Really, I'm not sure I'm even going to need the elephants. It's just going to be a case of getting over the walls, isn't it, and getting at him that way. What can he match me with? Numidian noble infantry. I don't think are that brilliant. Then he's got spearmen and various javelry men and javelry men. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. Right, okay, so I'm going to go on and take these guys if I can, and then I'm going to upgrade some buildings. That's probably going to be then the end of this video, but let's see. We'll have a battle anyway. I know he hasn't got a good range of troops, but I've got elephants I want to play with, so I want to get them, sort of flying into the enemy there, don't I? I'm not sure it's worth rushing anybody. I'm going for the big army, as you can see there. And I don't know, is it worth it? I think really I'm better off letting his men. He's got loads of slingers. I didn't notice the slingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. he's got 6 lots of slingers, which means I'm going to have to close on that army pretty quickly. He's got one in there as well. Are they slingers? Slingers? I didn't know. I thought they were all javelin men. I really had no idea. Damn. Well, that means I should really have gone for the small army first and rushed him. But I didn't. So there. What I'm going to do, put mob out there for... Why is that? Look at that. My mob is already reduced. It's interesting. I've even got slingers in the town. This is the garrison, isn't it? I imagine. Well, doesn't tell me, but I assume that's the garrison because I haven't got any more troops up there. Not that I know of, anyway. So, right, okay. It's going to be a case of getting in on top of him as quickly as we possibly can and rushing him with. Actually, although we've got axemen, and one lot of we haven't got brilliant troops here, you know. And our horse can be beaten by his spearmen. This could be a bit of a challenge. Let's go for it. In fact, I tell you what, it's a matter of interest. Let's see what the auto-resolve gives us. It gives us close victory, close victory, close victory. So it says victory. The best chances really are on a 70%, which means 30% of my troops are going to die. Now that's 30% of the whole lot, which is about 3,000 by my rough reckoning there. Slightly over 3,000. So 30% of 3,000, it's going to be 900 men. I mean, that's a lot, isn't it, really? 900 men. Am I really going to lose 900 men? Well, let's find out, shall we? Fight battle on the battlefield. Come on. Come on. Are you nearly there? Yes. Right. Okay. Good. Yeah. A weird thing happened at this show. I think I might have mentioned that I was interested in Lioggier riflers that are handmade. You know, they're made by Lioggier over in France, and I was interested in getting some. But the guy who sells them or advertises that he sells them, I went to his stall. And I saw some riflers that were really cheap, but they still look hand stitched. You know, every one of the rasp stitches, if you like, has been done with a punch, and they were very cheap. And I said to him, where are these made? And he said, Lithuania. So I thought, well, that's weird. He advertises on his site that he does French ones. I said I was going to come along and have a look at what he got at the show, and he just said that. So I thought I got the wrong stall, to be honest, so I moved on and went elsewhere and went wandering around, you know. But anyway, other than that, the show was superb. It really was very interesting. I mean, the tools that they've got, you know. I mean, the orbital sander. I've always fancied an orbital sander. They look fantastic. They really do. They don't take up too much room either. They're really, really good. But anyway, where was I? Or where am I? Oh no, rain. I want rain. Because I don't want him. Archers may not use flaming arrows. It's more difficult to set fire to buildings and ships, and units take longer to recover from fatigue when idle. Actually, archers can't use flaming arrows. Well, he hasn't got any archers. I have. It's more difficult to set fire to buildings and ships and units. Right. Well, I don't want it then, do I? Is it still rain? Fog reduces visibility. All ships and missile units fire with reduced accuracy and range. The enemy units are concealed by fog at long distance. I think I might go for that one, you know. Oh, it's going to be a pain for you to watch though, isn't it? But I think that is really going to be in my favour. What I've got to do is get on top of him as quickly as I possibly can. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's get myself into a formation. I'm sure I'm going to be happy with the formation it's given to me, because it usually gives me something sensible. Create formation group. Okay, good. These will all be my archers and missile troops in the front there. They'll just take the first shot, which won't be too brilliant from the enemy, will it? I've got medium cavalry that can go charging through, and I've got elephants that can go through. He's going to get murdered, isn't he? So let's go for it. Start the battle. Okay. Knowing what normally happens, he's going to... I think we'll just walk, actually. How far can we go, anyway? perhaps all the way to there. We'll see what happens. Okay, reinforcements. I don't know what they're going to do, but you know, my plan is to pile in with the elephants, go back to my town or city or whatever you call it, and then replenish them all from there. Looks like he's coming in from that flank over there, doesn't it? So I'll send my other army. That's these over here, if you can call them an army. I don't know what they're going to be. Shall we give them a formation? Cavalry front triple line. I don't know what they've got. Traditional. I want to say like a single line, double line river defence. It's got, I don't know, single double line sorted, missile front triple line. I always get I can never find out which one is the missile front. You know, so, oh, let's go for a double line anyway. See what happens. Okay, well, let's see them form themselves, hopefully. And these guys are going into action. Like I said, it's not going to be much fun to watch this, is it? Because there isn't a great deal for you to see. The enemy, presumably, the enemy reinforcements are, like I said, or I was about to say, reinforcements will probably be running into position. This, I imagine, the one in the front there that I'm about to highlight, or rather hone in on, that's going to be his horse. Yes, it is. Noble Cavalry Eager. So I imagine that that's perhaps their general, though I can't be certain. He does have a lot of spearmen, of course. It doesn't look like they're running. They're eager. Maybe they are running, actually. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's already got the horse into position, so can't know anything about that. Let's get these guys into position then. So we'll get them perhaps over to here, maybe. Perhaps here. There. Maybe even further forward, like there. Now let's hope this time they keep their formation. Previous times that hasn't been the case, so we're going to have to rely on them this time. Okay, these guys are getting into position. Javelin men, so slingers, spearmen, slingers. Okay, like I said, it's going to be a brutal battle. Come on, please. How near are we? I could speed it up. Maybe I should speed it up. In fact, maybe now is about the time that I ought to run. I wonder, actually, if I get them to get my troops to form more along here, will it do it if I move them like this? Will it keep their formation? Yes, it does. That's good. It's what they should do. And it's what they are doing, so that's excellent. Good. Well, I'll keep them walking. I know it means the reinforcements get on quickly. I never think that's fair, but it's the only thing I can do, I'm afraid. You just have to rely on that. So now they've got time to relax and recover, haven't they? But it's basically because we're moving forward, so we're leaving our reinforcements behind, don't we? It may be an idea actually to wait now for the reinforcements to get there, because there's no way we're going to be able to rush him, is there? He's already got everybody he needs into position. Javelin men. Right. Ah, he's actually throwing. Good grief. That's amazing. Right. Well, if he's doing that, we'll form up here then. And we'll do it quickly. If you can throw javelins, I'm damn sure we can do more. Ah, he has defences as well. That's interesting. What have we got here? Slingers. Now they're troops that he had forward of the rest of his line. That's very interesting. Yeah.
We are at your command.
Okay. Where are they? Where did they go? Did they run back again? How many did they kill? Nobody by the look of it. Can't see any casualties anyway. Nothing significant. I do need to keep away, of course, from those spikes. I think he's only got those, hasn't he? Yeah. I might even go completely round. Whoops. I did. I went completely around them. What are they? They're pots, aren't they? They're those pot things. Ha! Oh, well, we could just go completely around them. That'll be fun. Right, well, I don't think he's got any troops over this side, really. Certainly nobody that can pose any significant threats. Can we shoot from there? Almost. We can almost start shooting at him. Well, let's pull round then. Why not? And again, we're going to have to run, I'm afraid, in order to get round there. Are the horse staying away from those defences? Yes, they are. So, yeah, he's got pots, he's got barricades, and he's got, I don't know what they are, but anyway, he's got other things. Those, does it tell me? It does. Brimstone pits. Ah. Right, okay. Can we actually shoot at anybody yet? We probably can fairly soon. And I think we're almost completely round the enemy defences. Almost. We're almost there. How about just a little move to the right? What we call a shimmy. Right. Okay. I don't know if that's a military term, by the way. I don't think it is, but okay. Nobody's being hit. What's he got there? They're slingers. Now they should really have a good range. They're tribal, so I wonder if maybe they just don't have the range that you would normally expect. I don't know. Okay, do I split my force? Do I bring these on as reinforcements? This is now the question, isn't it? I think I'll bring them over to reinforce. In fact, decision is completely made instantly, because he has started to rush me, hasn't he? And we're not quite in the position... Oh no, he's just turning. Aha. Well, in that case, we'll turn too. Round to there. And we're going to have to run in to that change, I'm afraid. Okay. Now, bearing in mind that's happened, I think then we'll come in on the flank here instead. Over here. Perhaps there. What he's likely to do now is to turn towards that flank instead. But I don't think that's a problem, because we can get in on him. I think we can. If he goes any further away, he's going to be off the table, as we say, us old wargamers here. But I don't really mean off the table. What I mean is he's going to go off the actual battle map. In other words, he's going to withdraw. He's in a terrible position at the moment. I wonder, actually, while we're advancing like this, we might just go faster. Because if we can get into position before he can get into position, we can start shooting at him while he's a mess. We might even then be able to... Yeah, look, we're about ready to shoot. In fact, we can. In fact, I think as soon as we get into this position, we might leave these to refresh a bit. I don't know how long. They're fresh, aren't they? But they are moving fast. They're taking fire. That's unreal, isn't it? Ah, that's because the shot is going through them, isn't it? Okay, missile troops. Is that Control M? Is it? Control M. Yes, it is. Okay, well, we'll put them on precision shot, but not these guys. I don't want those on precision shot. I want these. Okay, good. Ah, probably find they can't shoot anymore. Probably too far away now, are they? No. Actually, I think we've got the better of him, you know. I really do. Got some nice horse here that can go charging into his flank. He seems to have brought his relieving army over to this side. He's got slingers here, and javelin men, and spearmen. I think my force could rush the whole lot of them. I really do. And I think really that's what we're going to have to do. We should be winning the slinger battle. Doesn't matter if we don't do so well in it, really. Right, we're not quite in position yet, actually. Maybe a little bit further forward, perhaps, to here. Can we run now? I think a run might be in order, yes. Okay, like I said, it is going to be a bit of a rush, this battle. Once we get into position, that's when it all starts, isn't it? So, right, okay, archers, they can't fire. Right, but the slingers will be able to shoot, won't they? And they are doing. Right, okay, let's advance a little forward again. Oh, what happened then? Press the wrong button, that's what happened then. Right, we'll go to there. Basically because he hasn't got... Whoops! Whoa, 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 whoa! What happened then? Let's come back again. Right, okay. Where the hell... something weird happened then. What's happening? That's really weird. I click on my men and it goes flying everywhere. Let's click on the general. Look at that. It goes up there. Well, let's click on the army then. Oh, this is nonsense. What? I don't understand this. Okay, well, let's come back on the map then. It's really weird. He doesn't... What's going on? Whenever I click on anywhere on the map, it just chases miles away from where it needs to be. It's really strange. Look at it, flying away there. What's going on? I can't... That's really strange. Okay, pause this battle a minute. I can't control where my cursor is going. What's going on? I don't even know where my cursor is. Right, I'm moving around extremely quickly. I can't control it. What on earth is going on? Can I click here? Right, I can, but then he just goes mad. Look at that. It's moving rapidly. That's just strange, isn't it? What on earth is happening there? Right, okay, let's try doing the camera this way instead. That's really, really odd, isn't it? I wonder if it's something to do with him being highlighted. It can't be, can it? What does this do? Right. Was it something to do with that? Let's try it again now. Right. Okay, yeah, we're back to normal now. I must have pressed something by mistake there that brought on a permanent, move to a certain direction, which is just weird. Really weird. What's happening here? Somebody's running away, perhaps? Let's hope it's not one of mine. Javelin men. Right, okay. Now, he's nearly on top of me, and they're spearmen. Right, okay, these are spearmen, or spearmen. Right, okay, these are spearmen as well, but I think maybe we're going to have to go for... Alright, slingers, spearmen. I think we're going to have to engage spearmen with spearmen, if only to hold him in position at first. Now, these are swordsmen, and these are javelin men and spearmen, aren't they? And spearmen. Loads of spearmen. He's got spearmen everywhere, hasn't he? Right, okay, let's then get amongst his spearmen for a start. Okay, what about these guys here? Hillmen. Right. Get amongst... No, not javelin men. Get amongst his spearmen. We'll just double check they're doing what I asked them to. Look at that! Something weird's happening here. Is that right now? Something very strange is happening here. Look at that! See how it sends them flying forwards like that? It's really strange. Right, okay. These guys here. Look at that! What's going on? Spearmen. And these here. Spearmen. These here. Are these all spearmen? Spearmen. I have to do spearmen against spearmen, like I said, but that's just the way that's going to have to be, I'm afraid. Okay, you can go there, but you slingers, I'd like to come back here, please. You're not going to do it, are you? Why aren't you going to come back here, like I've asked you to? Oh dear, somebody's set an alarm for something there in the background. Sorry about that. Right, now, these guys... these elephants are going to go... Whoa, look at them doing stupid things as well. Right, they're going to go trouncing through... No, my other guys are going to take those out. They're going to... I'm hoping we're going to get reinforcements from over here. So he'll go against those. And this guy here, he's going to go against these spearmen over here that we're not going to be able to connect with, because these aren't going to reach them, are they? Something weird's happening here. I don't know what it is, why it's doing that. Very odd. Right, okay, medium cavalry, I'm going to hold those back for now, and the royal cataphracts. And once the enemy spearmen are broken, then we'll go in and do something about that. Right, okay, now these guys over here, they need to also be getting involved in things, don't they? So for now, because they've got They've actually got... I wonder what they're going to do when I choose them. I don't know what they're going to do. Let's try just moving them forwards and see what happens. Nothing. The arrow key doesn't seem to be working on there, which is bizarre. Ah! There it is. Right, okay, so we can move there. So, okay, let's just go for it, because I don't know what on earth is going to happen here. Looks like we're just going to go completely charging through everyone. You know, whether we want to or not. Right, okay. But, I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted a one-on-one combat as quickly as possible, really. Now, these guys here are going to have to target those, which means that they will then go back with archers. 31 out of 120. We're going to lose more than what I thought, aren't we? Come on, please, go in there. Please go in there. Yes, at last. Right, German's got a brilliant word for that. Endlich. I love that word. Right, okay, perfect word. Right, okay, you guys as well are going to have to help in here, because my swordsmen are fighting on their own. My spearmen, rather, are fighting on their own, which is really strange. Okay. Okay, did the elephants go? No, they didn't go. Try them again. Are they going? Yes, they're going. Excellent. Right, okay, you've finally decided to obey me. Now, you need to go straight through the slingers. In fact, I'd like my good cavalry to engage his as well and break them right there in the middle. Who are these? Spearmen. Eager, fighting, but not doing very well. I think they're just standing in front of the enemy. This is bizarre, isn't it? It's really weird. Something very, very odd is happening here. Right, okay, but I think we're still winning. We're bound to win because we've just got too much good quality. But it does look like his slingers have made a heck of a mess of us. Are these the ones that I wanted? No, they're not even moving. Look at that. Why aren't they moving? That's just... I don't get it at all. I just do not get it. I don't even know where they are. So I'm a bit lost in the fog now, almost literally. Right, okay, Persian archers, what about those there? Spearmen are broken. What about this army here? What are they doing? Are they engaging anybody? What are they doing? Right, okay, I'll have them all attack, say here, the noble infantry, so that we can completely break that flank whether he likes it or not. I don't know what's happening. Looks to me as though we're just standing in front of those enemy slingers with our war elephants, which is just crazy. So I don't know what's going on there, but it's happening. Lots of our infantry are getting murdered because our other infantry aren't backing them up, because there's something wrong with the controls. Ah, my phone has just bleeped to let me know that it's now fully charged. Thank you. I wish the enemy was fully charged. Yeah. Okay, is that it? That's got to be it, hasn't it? I can't really see. I can't see what they've got. I've no idea. Well, I suppose that's what a fog's all about, isn't it, really? You can't organise yourself. Look at these, all just standing around. Is that normal? Oh, look, no, they are fighting somebody. It's one of those little flags again that I can't see, which is annoying, but hey, there you go. What are these? Slingers. Right, let's not stand in front of the slingers, boys. Let's go and murder them. Right, okay, slingers. Right, okay, median cavalry, come on, destroy their slingers instead of standing in front of them. Spearmen? Aha! Now I see the problem. Our median cavalry are getting murdered by those spearmen. But now we've moved on, we've broken them now. He'd obviously got through and he was attacking us, wasn't he? Okay, I'm just going to end battle because I haven't got a clue what's going on. I haven't got proper control over my troops and it's all just a bit of a nightmare. Okay, end battle. That was very odd, and I lost 1,240 men, nearly half my force. That's just bizarre, isn't it? That is absolutely unreal. Right, he put 3,000 into the field, 2,900 lost, 1,240. Okay, right. Well, it looks to me as though he's got, what is it, 2950. I don't know what he's got left. I don't think he's got anything left. I think he's totally destroyed now. I suppose the good things I can take out of that are that the archers that are least useful to me, look how many my slingers killed. 243, 191, 171, and that's with reduced visibility. I'm never going to go for that reduced visibility again at all. That's ridiculous. I must admit, I did not reconnoitre properly. On the tabs, you see, the little pictures of the army before I went in there, I thought they were javelin men, because you see that sort of similar sort of line, diagonal line they've got above their heads there. In the close-up tabs, they just look like javelins to me. So that was a disaster, really. I was expecting to stand off at a distance and then for him to want to come in. That's why I chose the fog. So I went for the fog thinking I'd reduce his kill rate, and I don't know, he's killed 106 with those javelin men. That's basically because he'll have stood in front of me and just murdered my men. And in fact, I can't see how many. You see, that's how many he's killed, isn't it? It's not how many he's lost. If you look on the tab at the bottom, it looks like he's lost everybody. Well, he has. He's lost everybody. I presume those that have got that little red square at the bottom means that they've got so few men left that they're not going to return on the battlefield. I would expect that's what that means. In fact, is he going? Is he going to die? Doesn't look like it at the moment, but okay. Enemy captured 347. He's got 221 men still remaining. So that's been not good news for us, really. It would have been nice to have got rid of the armies just totally, really, but hey, there you go. And he's escaped. Oh dear. Right. Okay, well, I'm not following him. I'm coming back here.
What cruelty do you wish? Oh Lord!
Partly because I'd like to replenish.
Hourly patrols.
I think I'd like to get some better troops in here, if I can. What can I get? I can get axemen instead of the swordsmen, but to be quite honest, I tell you, the axemen did so poorly then that maybe that's not the best thing. The elephants, I don't think they even got into the action hardly, really. These guys here really do need to be improved. 3 turns is going to take to get those back. But they're median spearmen. They're not bad. 25 cavalry attack. They're not bad. But what are they? These are noble blood. Maybe I should replace. See how similar they look, though. You know, the same sort of. You know, I don't know. But anyway, median, and noble blood. How do I tell the difference? It's just this purple, I think, on the chest. But I can't see the purple on the chest of these here. When they're together, you can see, oh no, they're camels anyway, that's how you tell the difference there. Right, okay, do I keep the median? I'm going to keep the median horse and let them gradually increase. They're going to get 31 per turn, so next turn they'll have 37 in there, which is good. I think I'll settle for that. And I just need to build these up, really, because these are very poor. 36, 39, 56. These will be replenished in 2 turns. I think I might just get rid of the swordsmen and replace them. All 3 swordsmen and put axemen in there instead. I'm not sure if it's wise, actually. There's the 14. There's the 36. And there's the 48. Let's get rid of those then. At the moment it's telling me these are going to be replenished by 40 per turn. Let's see what happens when I get rid of these. Which one were they? 40 per turn. It was actually there 70 per turn. So I don't know what the 40 was. 70 per turn for the axemen. Okay. Yep. Okay. And then recruit. 1, 2, 3.
Ready to serve?
Can I get a 4th? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to either. So these are now recruiting on a 77 per turn, so even better. So okay, so we've got 3 new lots of axemen to replenish our army, and we're actually replenishing the rest of our troops much quicker than we would have previously done. The swordsmen did well, but the axemen didn't do very well at all. But I can't get any swordsmen in here. I can only get really the axemen for close hand-to-hand combat. These guys, they've got 1 unit left. Look at that, with 38 men in it. Well, we've destroyed 2 armies, haven't we, and kept our own army intact. So I don't think I should moan about that. I think that is really, on balance, a pretty good result. What I will do, though, is do the other thing I intended to do. I did want to do a turn end and attack the Macedonians up there, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do instead is do my provinces. Not that way though, I'm going to do it this way. So anyone that's got an empty place, or it's got one of those what do you call them, siege engine places perhaps, then I'll do those up. See, I could be doing those up as well really, but not going to at the moment. Leave those at the moment. They could all be developed in the future. At the moment, really, I'm concerned with. I mean, all my money's gone down now, down to 35,000. So the bigger buildings I'm putting in now are really taking their toll. So I do need to be a little bit careful now. These are the buildings that I want really, so I can get more of those siege engines. So my armies can each have those siege engines with them. So okay, anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, there's one. Where is this place? It's not in a bad position, is it? So, okay, we'll get one of those in there. The other thing I'm looking out for is libraries. I want to build up the libraries. And the other thing I want to do is any spaces, any sort of building sites, if you like, any empty spaces. I want to deal with those as well. So, right, okay. Right. Okay. This one will have. What are we going to have in here? Shrine. Why not? Yep, think so. Anything that improves happiness, brings in wealth, that kind of thing, has got to be good. Right. This one. Okay, and in here we're going to have, I don't know, a shrine type building, perhaps. Arabia Felix. That's a wealthy one, isn't it? Never mind. I want to try and keep it simple if I can. That one, does that lead to library? Yes, it does. I'm not sure I really need library. I don't want to spend too much time doing this actually. But 15, so they're actually quite happy, aren't they? So I could do something else with these. -4 public order, but 50 wealth. Wealth generated by slaves. I don't really have slaves, do I? 100% local commerce. 10% local. I don't know. I'm going to go for that one anyway. Because I think the place is happy enough there. I know I need to get rid of these military buildings that are in places where I don't need them, but hey ho, I don't want to upgrade that nobles' palaces or whatever it is, and I don't want to fiddle about with doing anything else with it either at the moment. So what can I do with this guy? I've already got one of those, so let's get one of these instead. So, okay, spaces. I know I should upgrade those cultural things. Okay, that should have been a farm, but we're going to leave it for now because we do perhaps need the money. Or we will be in the future. If we keep spending at the rate we have been, we certainly will. What does that one do? -4 public order, 6 food, 50 generated, wealth, -7 tariff for trade agreements, -5% wealth from all, +5 wealth from all sources. That's not bad, is it? I wonder if I should go for that. I'll go for it and then see what it says here, how happy the place is. I think it's happy, very happy. Yeah, so I don't need to worry about any of that. Right, okay. Anywhere else? Come on. Spaces and siege things. No, 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 no. 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 Oh, come on. No. I think surely we've got back now to where we were because we'd seen that siege place, haven't we? I think there's only one of those that we're getting siege equipment from at the moment, so we must have gone past it. I think, okay, 3 more clicks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's it. We must have been round everywhere, surely by now. How about another 4 clicks? 1, 2, 2, 3. 3, come on, 4. I've definitely been around them all now. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was upgrade any agents and move any agents that I need to move. I don't think there are many that I have to actually move. Let's do the upgrading first though, so we know what we've got. In fact, if I can upgrade and move them, might make things a little bit quicker. Well, it will do, won't it? Right, he's operating independently, so it would perhaps be a good idea to make him invulnerable. That's the one I tend to be going for. Looking down here, what else have we got? We've got one here, the Crimson Tides. So that's these guys here out at sea. So these, they're not naturally... Oh yeah, they are naturally ships actually. So, okay, so we want something to do with ships on here, don't we? Local growth, commerce, building cost, right, -5 shipbuilding costs, sounds good to me. Okay, Commander. And Stormlords, looks like it might be another ship or load of ships. Yes, it is. Are they on a run? They don't need to be on run. I don't know if that's a run or not. I think it is, you know. So what are they? Force details. Might be worth having a look at them. Fleet, no, they are a fleet. Yeah. Okay. They're on double time. But I can't change it. Well, I can't change it at the moment. Can I change it if I click on them, though?
Fight for you, my lord. Orders, my lord.
I can't change it. No, never mind. Okay, what can I do with them? I can shots per minute for heavy weapons ships, melee attack skill for assault ships, for all support ships. I'll go for that one for now, see what happens. Right, okay, Stormlords, this one,
At your command.
Heralds of Fire or whatever. What are we going to do with this one? Are these... these are infantry, so... Weapons, damage inflicted by all melee units, sounds good. All my armies have got melee units in there, so it's got to be a good thing. Local province, well, okay, maybe. And then command, why not? Okay, looking down the list. This one. Right, what's that? Morale. What are these? These are infantry. Yeah, infantry. What should I do with them? Can't upgrade that anymore. What is that one? Construction of medium siege engines. Yeah, okay. Shots per minute for siege weapons. Yeah, why not then? Got siege engines. Let's increase their firing capacity. Why not? Okay, right. Looking down here. The other thing about siege engines is I hardly ever use them. In fact, I don't use them at all, do I really? Maybe I should in the future. It takes time to build them now, that's the thing. Okay, I think that's it. Oh no, hang on, one other thing. I want to just have a check that all my agents are moving. Change that round the other way. Yeah? This guy. You moving?
Waiting Parthia's beating, my lord.
Okay, you're coming over to here. Yeah, and you guys.
An honor to serve you.
Where are you going to go? Actually, I might use you. Let's do something with these. Is that my force there? Surely it's not mine. I'll have to check that in a minute. Looks like my force is suffering attrition. Somebody there is suffering attrition. Okay, he's got champion there. Let's see what we can do with him. Manipulation, maybe? Temptation. Should we try temptation? Why not?
Seldom bites.
It's like a male spy. I don't know what he's going to do. Lift his skirts and bend over or something. I don't know. Okay, he's hindered. So it might help anyway. It might make him do less damage in Sidda. I don't know. But let's have a look here for... Who is actually... Is it these? It's not, is it? Is it one of these? It's not him either. Is it him? I don't know who it is, but somebody is losing... is gaining attrition. It looks like him, doesn't it? Or somebody like him. It's really strange. I don't quite get that, but I think it's more than likely to be the Cyrenaica ones, and it's just not showing me because they are going downhill somewhat rapidly, aren't they? So, okay, let's have a look at the other forces then. So, forces, organise them into order. Oh, we're going to get a singing accompaniment. Oh no, we're getting a speaking accompaniment as well. I wonder if they know this is going to be on YouTube. Right, okay, like I'm bothered. So, okay, I'll go for it. Right, he's moving. And who's this one? Crimson Tides. We know they're all moving. Akash. Everybody else. I wonder if you can hear. Can you hear them in the background there? Be interesting. If you can, let me know, will you? Because I rarely listen to my own videos. You know, it'll be interesting to hear what you can actually hear in the background there. So, right, okay, let's do this then. I just want to see if I can get. I have a good mind to just sort of point the mic over actually and just see if it, see if you can hear it. Right, okay. I think that's it. I think we've done them all now, to be honest with you. Right, okay. Right, okay then. So I think that's about it for now. I'm not going to do a turn end because I've actually got up to almost 50 minutes. It's a shame I didn't get as far as I wanted to, which was to get these here to go and attack down there. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, thanks for listening, folks.